Alabama, a state located in the American South that spans from the Gulf of Mexico all the way towards the Appalachian Mountains. Today, I will give an overview of the geography of Alabama. As stated in the intro, Alabama is located in the American South, but more specifically, the Deep South, a part of the South that generally consists of Louisiana and South Carolina, in addition to the bordering states of Mississippi and Georgia, as well as Alabama itself, obviously. The other two states that Alabama borders are Tennessee and Florida. Now, let's take a look at the geography of Alabama inside its borders. Most of Alabama is heavily forested, and much of it is also very flat, with the exception of the northeastern portion of Alabama, which is largely covered by the Appalachian Mountains, the Piedmont Plateau, and the Cumberland Plateau. The Tennessee River, which also flows through Kentucky and Tennessee, flows through this part of Alabama. It first flows past the towns of Scottsboro and Guntersville before it flows past Huntsville, which is Alabama's most populated city by city proper population. Huntsville is surrounded by many large hills and mountains, with the most notable one being Montesano. Once past Huntsville, the Tennessee River flows past Decatur and then the Shoals, a group of cities which consists of Florence, Muscle Shoals, Sheffield, and Tuscumbia. After passing the Shoals, the Tennessee River then flows into Tennessee. Moving further south, we find the city of Birmingham, the principal city of Alabama's most populous metropolitan area. Like Huntsville, Birmingham has many hills, with the city being located in the Jones Valley. However, these hills are much smaller than the ones found in Huntsville. Major suburbs of Birmingham include Hoover, Vestavia Hills, Homewood, and Bessemer. West of Birmingham is Tuscaloosa, the fifth most populated city in Alabama, and across from Tuscaloosa is another somewhat notable Alabama city, Northport. Moving back east, we are going to follow the Coosa River. The Coosa River flows across the state line into Alabama before flowing through the Gadsden Metro past Gadsden, Glencoe, Southside, and Rainbow City. Further south, it flows by Pell City, and then it eventually meets the Tallapoosa River, which flows across eastern Alabama. Once the two rivers meet, they flow into the Alabama River. Before I follow the Alabama River, I want to take a look at more of eastern Alabama. One fairly large city in eastern Alabama is Auburn, which forms the metro with the nearby town of Opelika. The Auburn-Opelika metro is home to nearly 170,000 people. East of this metro is the Chattahoochee River, which forms much of the Alabama-Georgia border. The first town the Chattahoochee River flows past in Alabama is Lanett, where it then flows south towards Phoenix City across from Columbus, Georgia. One fun fact about this area is that the Columbus metropolitan area is one of the few metros to be in multiple time zones. South of Phoenix City, the Chattahoochee River flows past Eufaula and continues south into Florida. A little bit west of the southern portion of the river is Dothan, which is located in one of the flattest areas of Alabama. Now I'm going back north to follow the Alabama River. Shortly after it begins, it passes by the third largest city in Alabama and capital of Alabama, Montgomery. Once it's past Montgomery, it passes by the towns of Prattville and Selma. After it flows by Selma, it flows southward until it flows into the Mobile River. The Mobile River flows through Mobile and into the Mobile Bay. Mobile is Alabama's fourth most populous city, and much of the city is located on the large Mobile Bay. Some other places located on Mobile Bay are Daphne and Fairhope. Even further south, we have Alabama's coast on the Gulf of Mexico, an area with a lot of resort towns on beaches. Some notable towns in this area are Dauphin Island, Gulf Shores, and Orange Beach. Now that we've covered the entire state, let's take a look at the interstates people use to travel across Alabama. Starting south, we have I-10, which passes by Mobile, and I-20, which passes through Tuscaloosa, Birmingham, and Anniston. There's also I-22, which goes through western Alabama into Birmingham. There's also I-59, which goes by Tuscaloosa, Birmingham, and Gadsden. I-65, which goes by Mobile, Montgomery, Birmingham, and Decatur. And I-85, which goes through Montgomery and Auburn. That is it for my overview of Alabama's geography. If you enjoyed this video, you might be interested in some other videos on my channel. I have videos on US geography related topics like counties and interstates. If those videos sound interesting, you should check them out. Additionally, I would appreciate it if you subscribed. I'm planning on doing a video like this for every state, and subscribing will ensure that you don't miss yours.